I got some tea for you. My husband came home today with a story that I can only explain as a glitch in the Matrix. Hear me out. So, he said that he, being the security supervisor at the site that he works at, he has keys to certain rooms that no one else would be in overnight. So he went into the HR department and had posted up on 2 chairs, just trying to get a little nap in because we're taking a long ride today and he wanted to have rest, obviously. He was like, tell me how I was woken up by this young kid, like, touching me, saying, excuse me, like, trying to get through where I was. And I woke up with a start and I was like, oh my God, there's people here. Mind you, he had looked at his clock and it was 6 o'clock when he first looked at it. Like, he had woken up 5 minutes prior and it was 6 o'clock. This guy comes in and says, excuse me. He's like, oh my gosh. So he's like trying to make sure that no one knows that he was sleeping. Like, he doesn't want his boss to come in and be like, the HR department saw you sleeping. Like, what are you doing? So he gets up quickly, puts his stuff away, and he walks into this room where there's like all these people walking around. Like, he said it was like Wolf on Wall Street. Like, it was super busy. People were pushing papers everywhere, just like trying to get stuff done, like, you know, a regular office environment on a busy Friday. And the same kid who like knocked into him, they were like, you know, we want to know, we're taking a poll in the office, like, what were you really on? Because someone had asked him, like, are you okay? Because he had like little sleepies in his eyes and they were like, do you need something? Are you all right? He's like, no, I have allergies, trying to like brush it off and say like he wasn't sleeping. And so this girl, she's like, okay, I'm going to go get you a brown pill. First off, what? So then that's when the other kid comes over and is like, so we're taking a poll. Like, what were you actually on? Like, what's actually happening right now? And he stuck to his story. He's like, no, I have allergies. He's just like trying to log out with his PIN and call home because he had looked at the clock and it said 9:20 a.m. I had to be at work at 8 a.m. And so he was panicking, right? He's like, oh my God, and we're going to a wedding this weekend. Like, what is going on? So he's there, like, balls to the wall, panic, trying to log out. His numbers aren't working in the system. He's getting accosted by these people being like, what are you actually on? Like, what's going on? Because then when he said, no, I have allergies, he's like, yeah, okay, and turned around and walked away. Then, just as quick as it started, he went like this, flipped his hood back, and he sat up, and he was back in his seats where he had been snoozing before. He looked at his clock. And it was 6 something. Is that a glitch or what?
My first thought is that this was a dream. However, the fact that he didn't like wake up, he like flipped his hood back, and in flipping his hood back, he was back in the chairs. Because the first part seems very dreamlike, right? He went to take a nap. He woke up. And then it was really weird. There was people there. He had to get up and he walked into a room. There's all these people and they're asking him, what are you on? Also, he was able to see the time and he was able to see the numbers when he was trying to clock out with his PIN or whatever, but it just wasn't working. Because was he in like a different dimension or something? But how did he get there? And who was this little boy that like bumped into him? This is very interesting. What do you guys think?